You may recognize this artist, Vasily Kandinsky. He's an abstract expressionist. Now, abstract would mean that it's not like photographic. You can't just immediately point to something and say that's exactly what it looks like. An expression means that he's trying to express some feelings or emotions or things. He was very interested in the combination of music and art. If you look at this piece, you can see a little bit of a face here with an eye and stuff. This might be a guitar, the hole and the frets. You might have the sound of a horn here, rhythm and percussion lines. So that's abstract expressionism. Then you'll also recognize Pablo Picasso, who worked a very long time and in lots of different styles. This is part of his Cubist style. And here you can recognize that there are people here, and the dog under here, there's his tail and his feet. But the figures are made from squares. They're flat. They have no shading, and the proportion is a little different. Today we're going to look at the work of Romer Bearden, who is an African-American artist who lived, he was born in the first part of the 1900s, and he was part of what's called the Harlem Renaissance. Harlem is an area of New York where a lot of African Americans lived, and a Renaissance is, it literally means rebirth. The most famous Renaissance was in Italy in the 1500s, and you've probably heard of some of those artists, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael. So the Harlem Renaissance was a rebirth of African American art. And another person who was a part of that Harlem Renaissance was Duke Ellington, who was a musician. And I have a little video where I read you a book about Duke Ellington. They knew each other. And Romer Bearden combines some of the things from abstract expressionism and some of the things from Cubism. And then you see he also is using some collage. So there are some photographs here that were cut out of things and pasted on. The proportion isn't realistic. This person might be very close, but this person looking out the window is farther away than these people who are much smaller. But you see, you can feel the music in this picture. You see the people making music, and you can feel the sound, so it's expressing that. This is a black and white one, and you can see the photographs, and it's really full of lots of different images. This is, you can see this was cut out from someplace, but the other arm is made just of a piece of paper. There's some pattern paper. These would be photographs of horns, but then just cut out for the body. So we're going to be doing a piece. I've given you some blue background, and I've cut out a few faces and arms and things for you to use. You may cut out more from magazines or catalogs. And then you don't have to keep the big ones in front and the smaller ones in back. I've given you some scraps of paper so you can add horns. I've got the drums, the piano keys. I cut out some sound lines, the drums, and then use the marker to add some more things. So this is something that you can have fun with. If you have pattern paper, you can add that. Images of people, they don't have to be whole. Sometimes I've seen it where he takes a face and then he pastes a different mouth over it or something like that. So it'll be fun to see what you can do with Romer Bearden and the Harlem Renaissance.